member Beerkley's here, and welcome to the Sparks Show, where we got comedy, news, and two forgettable digs.
With Sparks.
You've got tiny wrists.
Pike.
Hates French toast and your children.
And you, the committee.
Yo, what up, fucker?
Subscribe now and become a committee member. Let's rock.
That's what I'm talking about.
Welcome to Friday. Very excited to be here. Oh my God, Greg Salerno is back.
Yes.
I haven't seen you in weeks, man.
I haven't talked to you forever, man. I want to clarify something, by the way. I just did this. It was supposed to be a fist pump. I wasn't like doing a jerk off motion or whatever. I was like excited. It wasn't like, hey, you know what I mean? It wasn't like that. It was, yeah, exactly. It was more Pauly D, not give me your D. Let's say that. Okay. It was more like that.
You were,
but yes, I'm happy to be back. And you know what? I want to say something real quick because Sparks said some very nice things about me on New Year's in his post, and I liked it. And I'm not really good at these kind of things, so I just want to say thanks now, I guess, because I didn't know what to put. You know what I mean? I was going to write back like,
don't worry about it. It's all good, man. I was just really excited. Yeah, of course, man. Yes.
And Happy New Year to you guys.
And Happy New Year to you. God, it's been that long since I've chatted.
Yeah,
with,
bro.
Since before Christmas. Greg Salerno over here. Yeah, it's good. Hi, Pike. How are you, man?
Good. I'm good. Happy New Year to you, Greg. I've missed you immensely.
Yes, I missed you too, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good to be back. Excited for Friday. Fucking Friday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's Friday.
I know. It's Friday. It's time for a 5 on Friday. Before we get that,
3-day weekend. Oh,
you got a 3-day weekend?
Fuck yeah, I'm going to Tonopah, take some pictures, make some money.
Greg, yeah. Wait, Pike and I were just doing this.
Fist bump. Yeah. Fist bumping.
I wish someone tuned in right then. They're like, what is happening?
Just for that, and then went away again.
I know, yeah. Wow. They are both double fisting. Well, welcome. A couple things have happened since we've talked to you, Greg. We launched, look at this, and Pike, you haven't even seen this yet. We launched something amazing called, didn't have any audio, but it's called, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, hold on. You got to hear the audio. We launched something amazing called
Project Mayhem.
Yeah!
Hey!
I made that yesterday.
I like it. That's awesome.
Project Mayhem
powerful.
is up. It is powerful,
yeah,
right?
It is powerful.
Project Mayhem is up. So today is the last day to send in your smiling selfie for the billboard that we're going to be putting up. Okay, so you got to send in a selfie. We're going to be putting up this billboard, but instead of Pike's teeth, it's going to be your smile, and we're going to black out your teeth, and it's going to be like a missing persons billboard, but then it's just going to say teeth as well. So if you want your toothless face up on the billboard in Las Vegas, all you got to do is send in a smiling selfie. We got a couple more days, the last day, so you have until tonight. I want to make sure.
And I've seen a lot of these people. You're not going to have to do a lot of work on these photos, so that's perfect.
You're right. Like Shane here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I love Greg, we were saying, like, he doesn't look missing. He looks like he was missing, and this is the photo when they found him. You know, like, this is...
Yeah, they look like they found him because someone else is missing.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So good old Shane sending in some. We got some new ones in here. Donna sent this one in. Shout out to Donna who sent in. I mean, just wow. It's got nice teeth. Donna's got really nice teeth.
She looks the same. It's weird.
It's exaggerated.
Is that a new hat? What's different here?
I'm saying I don't get it, but teeth look white. I mean,
very nice teeth. You could tell, very nice teeth. Then we have this guy, Pizza, who sent in his photo.
Hey,
this is Pizza.
Nice.
Good old Pizza. Sent in his photo. Right. So there you go. He sent in a bunch. He said, pick your poison. And I said, that one, that should work. And then We got two left in the new ones. So thank you to everybody who sent this in. Joy sent in one, but Joy, we you have a lovely smile, Joy, but we need to see your teeth. There's no teeth here, Joy, but I guess the joke still works, I thought, even if there's no teeth. Just say missing
Sure,
teeth.
why not? You can just say she didn't want to smile because she had no teeth or something.
Exactly. Yep. And then, of course, a guy who I used to work with, and he's a lovely man. Johnny Salami sent in his photo. So,
Hey.
shout out to Johnny Salami, which is just wonderful. And by the way, shout out to Johnny Salami yet again because he is a member of
Project Mayhem.
That's right. He jumped on the Patreon. Look at that, Johnny Salami.
Wow.
Another patron. I know. And Greg.
That's
Johnny,
awesome.
Johnny Salami and Doug Marsh. They both jumped on it. So
Nice.
shout out to
Hey,
Johnny
that's
Salami.
awesome, man.
And Doug
Shout out
Marsh.
to Doug March as well. I'm sorry about your unsuccessful bid for mayor or whatever that was, but I feel like I feel like he should try again. By the way,
He wasn't,
I don't know why he doesn't try again because I would have voted for him.
he wasn't going for mayor.
I mean, the mayor we have now is like a human version of boxed wine, so I don't know why he would be way better mayor. Mr.
Yes.
Doug, Mr. Dude.
Yes,
Dougie Dude.
yes. Good old Doug Douglas. Yeah. So shout out to those guys. Thank you so much for joining. 2 new members of the Patreon. If you want to jump on
Nice.
there, patreon.com/SparksRadio. The link is in the show notes and description. So definitely jump on there. Thank you so much for being a part of that. We're trying to grow that sucker, which is really, really cool. And of course, we're kicking it off Project Mayhem, funding the thing ourselves. We're buying the billboard ourselves. Want to make you famous, toothless, but famous, put you up there on the billboard in Las Vegas. All you got to do is send in a smiling selfie. You can send it in to me. There it is, at Sparks Radio. On Instagram, please do that. Or you could send it there to at Pike Taylor Radio on Instagram as well. And then, of course, you got this guy, this gem of a man over here, Greg Salerno.
Yeah, don't send it to me.
Don't send it to him. He won't do anything with it, but that's okay. He's
It'll
a
get
wonderful
lost.
man. You could follow him on all social media at Greg Salerno as well. Exactly. Exactly. And one more plug of housekeeping before we dive into the 5 questions. If I could suggest it, can you shop the shop, please? Shop the shop. It's sparksradio.com/shop. All right. It is that easy. Dive in there. Shout out to Chad, who bought himself a shirt. How cool is that? Thanks, Chad, for doing
Are
it.
those random models, or did you like pay people to do that or
They're
something?
based off of us. But yeah.
Are those 2 guys that don't know that they're actually in this thing right now?
These guys have no idea that they're
Skinny Gronkowski over there has no idea that he's in there.
no idea. I mean, I paid a lot of money
That's
to
so
have
awesome.
them as a part of this.
Yeah, of course. No,
Yeah.
I knew that. I was just saying. Yeah,
Yeah, man. How dare you? How dare you? You think I spare any expense here with this?
true.
So there you have it. Thank you so much for everybody helping support the show. Let's dive in here. 5 on Fridays, where we get 5 questions from you. You send them in via Instagram. We put them up here and answer them. All right. Does that sound like a plan? Cool. Here we go. Question number 1. How long do you think the other show members would survive in the wilderness?
Shit.
Excuse me. How long do you think the other show members would survive in the wilderness?
Well, can I say this? By default, probably me, only because I would survive longer on eating my own body. Like my body would survive longer without food, obviously, than you guys. You know what I mean?
Is that right?
Like if I
Is
got
that how
lost
that works?
today, I'd probably be getting to a March or so. You know, I mean, I'd be fine. I think. I mean,
You come out looking like, man, just healthy as shit. You know?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like, where you been, Greg?
It's like March. Hey, did you lose 5 pounds? Like,
Where have you been this whole time?
Wow, Greg, you look better than you did before. What's your secret? You've been working out since January.
Yeah.
Is this your resolution?
yeah, what do you wear now? A triple X? Like,
No. Greg comes out looking like a goddamn lumberjack. All I've been doing is chopping down trees, I don't think
that'd
it's
be awesome.
food though. It's liquids, right? I mean, it's the water that's gonna kill you first before anything, right?
Yeah, I would need to find water, but I'm saying if we could find water, because all of us would need to find water. I'm the only one that wouldn't have to find food.
No, I would. You could go longer than you think without eating, or eating very little.
You could probably go a week.
There's something.
I could probably go a
Grass,
week.
how long can? I mean, if you had to, right? You could just be eating shit or grass or acorns. I don't know.
I don't think you could just eat.
Wow, the
shit
problem is-
and survive.
Yeah, that too. Plus, you might eat the
Not
wrong
your-
thing. You know, like,
Yeah,
oh, this
there's that,
berry looks
yeah.
delicious, and then it's like, oh, I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, poison berries. So it comes down to survival skills. Does anyone have any survival skills?
Limited
I
Boy
could probably
Scouts.
fight a deer if I had to or something, but that's
Yeah.
about it, yeah.
Well, Pike, you hunt, right? I mean, you're a hunter.
Well, yes, but I don't know that I've
I didn't know that.
garnered any skills. Yeah, I go once a year to.
Wow,
please
I
my
didn't know
dad.
that. Oh man, I
don't
could
go
just see
to-
your steely stare as you take the life of a buck or something. You know what I mean? You're just like,
No.
fuck you, live animal.
Quite the opposite. Picture a guy sleeping in a deer stand with like a Playboy magazine kind of laying over his lap. That's with a gun
Yeah.
across the stand, not even probably loaded properly.
Did you get anything?
Fuck no. Last year, I saw the biggest buck right away. My dream, because I hate being out there so much. My dream is to, like, the first morning shoot a big deer and then just to be able to jerk off the rest of the weekend. So I get the first morning, big ass deer, and I scope it up and feeling real good about it. Pull the trigger, and yeah, I don't know how bad I missed, but I missed completely because he ran away unharmed. So
Oh, God.
no.
You just scared him.
No.
Yeah.
Just
Luke,
spooked
Luke
him.
is watching live over on youtube.com/Sparks Radio. He says Pike hasn't shot a deer in 13 years.
That's not even a joke. That's correct. About. Dude, I came out. So when I was young, I was shooting like fucking dogs, like the baby deer, and then eventually it was fine. The first year, I was like 12. My dad's like, "All right, let's stop shooting the fucking babies, okay?" So
Yeah.
now I don't shoot any.
Yeah, he's thinking you're going to turn into a serial killer. You're just murdering for murdering's sake.
Yeah. What the hell, man?
Yeah. Wow.
Damn. I would be like that too, though. I would. My dad took me hunting. I'd be like, oh, you ran off. Like I wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh, no. You don't think so?
Yeah.
If you've been
I
doing
couldn't
it as
kill
a
a baby
kid,
deer.
I imagine if you've been doing it since you were a kid, it's, it's kind of different when
Yeah.
you're born into it, kind of a thing.
Yeah. We growing up, my dad always had deer like carcasses hanging in the garage. I had to kind of weave around to get my baseball glove. So
Yeah. Is he
That's
like
awesome.
kind of used to it.
draining the blood? Is that what he's doing? Because that's what my friends always had deer hanging from the. It's fucking gross. I was like,
I
I know, bro. Like what?
I was like, God, it's like a meat locker in here. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
Dude, you
I
gotta cut
understand.
their limbs off with a saw. It's pretty
Jesus
grotesque.
Christ. What are you,
I
fucking
know.
Nicky Scarfo? Like, there's no way I'd be able to do that.
Pike said here on an earlier episode that he goes hunting so his dad so he can make his dad proud. Like that's the number one reason. The only way he can
I get
connect
it.
with his father's
Yeah, I get it.
is like that.
Yeah.
Because I hated fishing.
earlier
my
I-
dad that one time and sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just earlier I said I went hunting only to please my dad, not like going into the woods to please him physically, but going
Fist
to make him
bump,
proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One crazy weekend a year.
Yeah. Fist bumping my dad in the woods. Yeah.
Greg, what's your
Go
fishing
ahead, Greg.
story with your dad? Yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna say I'd never been fishing before. My dad took me fishing, and we went to this lake, and like he thought he had to because he's supposed to, but he's a city dude too, so he doesn't know anything about fishing. You know what I mean? So he's like, "All right, I'll take you fishing." We go to this lake. Neither of us catch shit. We don't do anything. So after a while, he's like, "Are you liking this?" I'm like, "Not at all." He's like, "Oh God, thank God." You know what I mean? So we both leave together.
Yeah.
As we're leaving, we didn't catch anything. There's a giant catfish like eating moss on the side of the lake or whatever, like just kind of like mouthing at the thing. My dad takes our drinking water bucket, hits it over the fucking head and kills it. And that was the only fish we got that day. Was this giant catfish my dad bludgeoned to death with our water cooler thing or whatever. we took it home to my mom. She's like, "How am I supposed to cook this?" He's like, "I have no idea." So we like threw it in the woods behind our house and shit. Like, what the fuck is this thing? Here, coyotes, have fun.
that poor catfish was just like,
What do you mean, poor catfish? Yeah. It's the first. What the fuck's he doing on the land? The first day he's like, why don't I try the land today? Gets knocked out with a bucket.
I think that's what they eat is the shit on the side of the lake, like the algae and stuff.
dude, so
I know.
funny, man. Your dad fishes, he bludgeons fish with a bucket.
Only fish you ever caught.
That's so amazing. Big Joe is here. Big Joe says, "Wow, shooting Bambi or Wild Pike, shooting Bambi." Is what Big Joe says.
I did.
Jeez.
I was very young. One year, in fact, we had brought our golden retriever out there, and he got out into the woods. So I
You
accidentally
didn't shoot the golden
shot him.
retriever, did you?
Oh yeah, I mean, he looked just
I'm
like.
sorry,
him.
I cut you off.
No,
I just ruined
did
everything.
not.
I'm sorry.
I did not. You didn't. No. Listen, I didn't shoot a dog. Just shot baby
Good.
deers. Sorry, Big Joe.
All right. Question number 1. We're off to a good start here. Let's go to question number 2. This comes from Corrupted68, which is Donna, who sent in a smiling selfie. So thank you very much. We're going to possibly put you on a billboard. It says, "Do you believe in vampires? Do you believe in vampires?"
I mean, of course not, I guess is my answer. I don't know.
Is
I
there
know.
anyone
I
who
want to hear
does?
your. Why don't we just switch it to God and then we'll have a little chat here?
Yeah. Well, what if someone doesn't believe in God but believes in vampires? Like, what? That person's fucking.
They're out there. You know they're out there.
Oh yeah.
It's those people that are like, I'm not really religious. I'm spiritual. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck does that mean then?
Well,
like, you know.
that means they believe in vampires, man. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Ugh, God, can you imagine praying to some mythical creature? That's insane. I'm talking about God, not vampires. Those are real. Like Transylvania is like a real place.
Yeah. Totally.
There was a poster outside downtown here that says birds are not real. Wake up, Florida. And then it says birds equal government surveillance drones. So there's people that believe that shit.
Yeah.
I've seen that in LA too.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Birds aren't real.
Vampires,
Like the new
crazy.
giant conspiracy theory flying around. And there's like, by the way, they've created diagrams of pigeons, and like they're showing the electronic like specs on the inside, how they would wire a computer surveillance camera inside a pigeon's brain. It's like, dude, you can go down.
Yeah, but that was a joke. It's kind of a joke, right? I mean, isn't it like a joke?
I hope. But again, the question is, do you believe in vampires? And you said, you know, those people are out there. So
Yeah, it's true.
birds aren't real. People got to be out there too, you know?
I think vampires are more believable than birds aren't real, though.
That's true. You know, when I
Yeah.
joined the Flat Earth Society Facebook page, I wanted to do it just because it's so entertaining. It's so great.
I remember that day.
Yeah, we both joined, and they make you prove that you're not lying and that it's real and it's not a joke. And the way I proved it was that all I said was the question. It said for the Flat Earth Society, and I said, how come planes can fly in a straight line? And then number 2, I said, why is the moon round? And then they let me in. And I was joining people who believed the Earth was flat. So I don't think that birds aren't real is that big of a quantum leap from these kind of people just floating around, dude.
I still think it's too far.
Yeah, because you're a rational human being, Greg. That's why.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I mean, birds aren't real is kind of, I don't know. It just seems like, you know, vampires, total makes sense. But
I just don't think, dude, the conspiracy theorists are out of control, man. I never thought the internet would run with were the conspiracy theorists, you know?
well, we used to make fun of them, and like now they're like the mainstream people. Like my family members, some of these people are like into this bullshit. I had to block them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's nuts.
Yeah.
So I never thought it would be mainstream. I knew they were out there. We laughed at them like that Mel Gibson movie. That's about it. I never took them seriously though.
Yeah, exactly. Payback. That was a good one.
No. This was called Conspiracy Theory. I think the movie was called.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. It was like
more than one?
That was another good one.
Yeah. He had like a Mel Gibson. He has like a beanie hat on the whole movie, the taxi driver or whatever.
Yeah.
And he believes in all these conspiracies. And of course, at the end, he's right. But I mean, let's forget that part because it's dumb. But yeah, he's like an idiot. And I know a lot of those people now.
Dude, you know what?
You guys have seen so many movies.
Well, we just, we're humans, Pike, and we watch something
exist,
other than Billy Madison for the 9,000th time, or yet another Will Ferrell movie. They're good. They're not all there is,
I mean, these are some deep cut Mel Gibson films we're talking here. Like, I've seen Braveheart, if we want to give me credit for that, but there's other shit.
It's a good one.
I'm just saying, you guys have seen a lot of movies. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm
Dude.
just impressed, and I feel very left out.
Don't feel left out. You're okay. All right. It was just I remember Conspiracy Theory movie because my buddy and I watched it, and in that movie, Mel Gibson takes a roll of quarters and holds it in his hands, and he punches these dudes, knocks them out, right? Because he's got a roll of quarters. And my buddy tried that. He went and got a roll of quarters. He went up and he hit his friend. He broke 3 fingers from when he was holding a roll of quarters.
No shit. Greg, you've
don't
been in
try
fights.
that,
Like, is that a thing in high school? I remember kids doing that too. They'd like grab onto a fucking like little CO2 tank.
I do
or something.
remember that.
Yeah. Does it help?
I never did it. I don't know. I never did that. I usually just use my actual regular fists. But
Yeah.
You're not.
no, I've never been hit with somebody with a roller. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, if that works. I
Not
remember
many
it
just
though.
have a roll of quarters. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've heard of it being a thing. Anyway,
Pizza
Right.
says, Pizza's now watching on YouTube. He says, when the birds shit on you, it's a GPS tracker. So there you have it. Good to know. All right, let's move on here. That question sucked. Here we go. Next one. We've got, if you were to create your own studio, where would you prefer to be based out of? Cleveland with your family, Las Vegas, or somewhere entirely new? Same for Pike and Greg. If I was going to create a studio, where would I base it out of? It comes down to, I mean, and we've all talked about this. You guys, we've all talked about where it comes down to, like, what do you want to achieve with the show compared to how much money will that cost? Yeah, and that's the equation. You know what I mean? If you're going to put up a studio somewhere.
Totally agree. It's like, do you want an unsuccessful show or do you want to live in LA? That's like, the options basically.
Do you want to be able to book people for your show, or
yeah, exactly.
Or
do you
not?
want guests or do you want this? What we're doing right now? That's up to you, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, there is obviously, if you go to an LA, you better be making a bank, because building a studio anywhere is not cheap. And then studio space, or getting a space that you can get a studio in LA, it's like insane. You know what I mean? It's like the cost. So it comes down to that equation. It's like, how much money will you be making in LA to build a studio in LA, or obviously Cleveland, you could build a studio probably pretty fucking cheap here, but
yeah, that's true.
If you want to book people, if you want to have guests, if you want to run a show, it's going to be obviously tougher than in LA.
Mm-hmm.
So we
agree.
but we all agree that's.
You making fun of the goddamn Browns?
No, I'm saying it's like like when LeBron was having. It's harder to recruit people to come to Cleveland than it is to recruit people to come to Miami. So we went to Miami. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
if you're in a certain town, it's a lot easier to make it. Sorry, Pike. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you.
Yeah.
No, I'd say we all agree though. Like LA would be the ticket if cost was not an issue.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, LA makes the most amount of sense because just everybody else is there. You know what I mean? Like, that's if you want to go into entertainment or broadcasting or a TV show, which this is kind of all three of those, putting your foot in each of those little ponds, then LA's where you go. I mean, who's the guy? Pike, you just mentioned he was in Home Alone 2. He was like the guy who ran the hotel concierge.
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. Love Tim Curry. Tim Curry, they asked him, they're like, why'd you move to LA and didn't stay in London? He's like, well, I wanted to go to the place where they point the cameras at you. And that's where they do it. You know what I mean? That's like, there's the answer. So, yeah.
You can make the case for New York, I guess, but I don't like the weather, so I would definitely pick LA.
Right. They do call Orlando, I've heard since I've been here in Orlando, they call it Hollywood East. So apparently there's a decent amount of like film production going on here. I don't know. I mean, it might be like Nickelodeon or some shit. But
well, you know what? They got studios there. I know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have the big companies. You have Universal and Disney, and I know they do have some studios there. Plus, you have the weather that they always need to shoot. You know, with sunlight and shit. So interesting. Hollywood East.
Yeah, the dude that they hired, I'm the dude they hired. The guy that left before me. He went to get into acting. Like that's what he was gonna do. He got a role in a movie or some shit, and he's in Orlando. Yeah.
Wow, very cool.
Nice.
I did not know that. Cool. That's nice. Let's get to question number 4. Here we go. Question number 4. We have, what's your favorite aspect or perspective of doing comedy that you enjoy? That's from Glenn Nimp. Greg, you take it. You take it first, man, because you've done the stand up.
I would say, well, if you're talking about stand up, no question, not even a close second. It's the live crowd juice you get, like the live audience, instant gratification. People always say,
yeah.
That's basically what stand up is. I mean, that's really that's the best part of it to me, anyway.
Yeah.
Worst part of it is working with other comedians because they're pieces of shit, and I hate people, and I hate going places, and I hate doing it. But as far as like the raw stuff you get out of it is that instant gratification from the crowd.
Yeah.
Now, if you're talking about this kind of comedy, like doing other forms of comedy, I think it's just creation. Like I'm way more creative than anything else. I don't like sitting around writing things out. I don't like sitting around. Just being creative, I guess, is I get a juice from that. Like, oh, that was funny. I hear somebody laugh at it, or I post it somewhere and people like it, and it just gives me that endorphin rush, I guess. Of
they
like
me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a hell of a drug. Right.
It really is. Dude. It really is.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Yeah.
What do you guys think?
We've done. Greg and I have done live shows in front of audiences on this show before, and what's your favorite part of that? Like.
I think, well, that is like, I like when you get a chance to interact with people and bring them up during the live show, because you don't have that on the radio, really, where you could just, I guess you could plan it ahead, but you don't have some guy listening and just pick him out of the crowd and he comes up, you know what I mean? Doing that kind of stuff, that kind of bits.
Yeah.
I think that live element brings that out. But also, again, it's the instant gratification. We're sitting there live. Like when we're on the radio or when we're doing this, I hope people are laughing, but I have no fucking clue what they're doing right now when they're listening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When me and Sparks or me, you and Pike are in a bar or a venue, and we get to watch their faces smiling and laughing and having a good time with us drinking. I think it just gives you a better feeling.
So, yeah. So what do you like more? Do you like the stand-up solo, or do you like doing the show live in front of people?
I hate collaborating. Like I fucking hate it. Yeah. I just,
I know.
I hate it.
But I know who you are.
I know you know. But I would rather, I'd rather collaborate on a good radio show than do stand up, just because I don't know, man. There's so many things I don't like about stand up that like it's really hard for me to, to pick that over radio. Radio is like there's so many more people listening. There's, it's constant. I don't have to worry about, there's not these. Everybody knows who they are. Either you get hired or you don't. There's not these delusional idiots like, yeah, I'm the fucking, the king of Edinburgh comics or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? These people make up shit they never even did. It's like, I don't know. It's just more structured and more, it feels more professional. Now, if I was doing theaters and hanging out with Bill Burr touring the country, I guess maybe I'd feel differently. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But as far as where I'm at right now, I'd rather be where I'm at in radio than doing stand-up.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Pike? Have you done a live show in front of an audience and all that kind of stuff?
No, I mean exclusively radio up until this point. So no, we've never done a radio show outside of broadcasting from the fucking RV sales lot.
Like remotes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't qualify that as a comedy, but no, just radio for me. So I've never done stand-up, never attempted that in any way. I can't imagine. You talk about the endorphin of the laughs, like the fucking opposite has got to be just devastating when you think something's funny and it's just silence. Like, how do you? I don't think I could
hard
emotionally.
to get used to, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I could come back from that. Like, I would just get anxious and be like, oh, they hate me. It's done.
Well, it's also like, sometimes your co-hosts will laugh or something like we do here and stuff. But even if they don't, it's like you only have 2 or 1. You have a crowd. You tell a joke, even if it's bad, like 6 people might laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Right, that's
the odds are low in a room with 3 people. You're gonna get 2 people to laugh at a mediocre joke. It's like
that's a great point.
So,
Oof.
it does suck.
I don't know. I like they're definitely different, and it's so crazy because when you start doing it in front of a live audience, to me the whole vibe changes. It's like like if you even if you have a guest in studio, I feel like the vibe changes from like the people you normally do the show with, and you bring someone new in.
Sure.
It's like. It's almost like, oh shit, I gotta perform now. You know what I mean? There's like a little bit, there's a little bit more riding on everything. Bringing in, like, even when we bring a guest on this show or something, it's like, there's a little bit, the energy's different. So I think that energy is the same kind of energy, but multiplied by how many people are in the room. Where it's, oh man, it's not. Like, I remember we've done live shows, a bunch of live shows. I mean, Greg, that's how I met Greg. I met Greg out at live podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
and so, and I think I was doing my own thing with people by myself, and I was bringing people on, and then I had brought Greg on, and was it by myself, or were you on? I don't even remember. I can't remember, but I was doing some live shows.
We were at the bar. Yeah, you were doing a live show before the one I was going on with Gooch after.
Yeah. So I was doing some live shows, and I would just bring guests on. I was doing it live, and dude,
and you had that guy West with you. I don't remember his first name. I'm sorry, Ryan West. I think was with you. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, Ryan West, man. So we would do live shows, and Ryan did stand up comedy as well, so that's cool. And it was great, man. I think once this pandemic is over, and now that I have time and I don't get up at 3:30 in the morning, I'm gonna go hit some open mics. I'm gonna try to do it.
You should. I always said that.
Well, I think it would just be fun. You know what I mean? What do I got to lose?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the point, though. That's exactly when I got into comedy, bro. I literally got laid off. I was sitting there doing fucking nothing.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go tell some jokes. And then 2 months later, I was doing paid shows like back east. Not for a lot, but better than nothing. You know what I mean? And so it changed my whole life just going to try it out. So
that's cool, man.
You should go try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and one more thing I wanted to add about the live aspect is that, like, and I noticed this doing comedy towards the end of, I say the end of my comedy career because it's been so long since the pandemic, but since that stuff started, it's been almost a year now.
That's crazy.
And I noticed towards the end, though, the show's closer getting to that I was doing a lot more crowd work, like more and more and more. And that's kind of like a thing where comics look down on it, like, oh, you're just a crowd work comedian or whatever. But for me, it was like, I got so tired of writing things down and then go trying them out. It's like, dude, it's way better to like, I was getting this juice feeling that I get more juice from like a off the cuff joke than I was getting from prepared material, So that's another thing that I think is good about live versus.
Yeah. And you know what? I think, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the best jokes are the ones that are written, but they're not the funniest. The funniest jokes are the ones where everyone is in at the moment. It's the lightning in the bottle. Right. We all witness it at the same time. It's like when you watch someone fall down, or trip and they crash into something. That's the funniest thing. Like, that's funnier than any joke that's ever been written in the history of mankind. Because it just happened. You know what I mean? That's like, that's totally. Kind of what crowd work, you know what I mean? That kind of
and I have jokes that I've written that I know, and again, this is not being ego. I mean, I'm talking like 2 or 3 jokes, but like I know they're going to work every time. Like I know I'm going to get laughs, at least out of some people in the crowd, out of these 3 or 4 jokes that I have.
Yeah.
I don't get the same feeling though that I get if I do an off the cuff joke and it kills and the whole room goes nuts for a few minutes, and I got to doing it's kind of like a break where I got to be all right, calm down for a minute. Those are the ones that make me feel way better than the jokes I prepared.
Yeah.
To me. Now I know other comics probably disagree, but to me anyway.
Hey man, I totally get it. What about you, Pike? You ever want to try stand-up? You ever want to try doing anything? Because
I would enjoy that.
And you play live in front of audience. I'm sure.
Yeah. I liken all of this to a live performance. It's the same thing. When people are there, it adds a whole different element. And like our stage, mine anyway, personally, it's like through the roof when the crowd is into it, and there's no better high than when you're jumping around, they're jumping around. It's the same thing essentially. But no, I've never done stand up. I would enjoy it. I like writing. Like Greg, you're so good off the cuff, and obviously you too, Sparks. But I would enjoy like writing funny shit and trying to present it in a funny way. I think that'd be cool. Maybe one
then
day,
you would. Then I think you'd be successful because that's the way you have to do. Like, one of the main reasons, I don't like sitting around writing meetings with other people and writing and all this kind of crap. You know what I mean? That's just not my thing. The people that are successful though are the ones that do it. So I think that if you were into that and you actually stuck with it, I think you would. It would work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I wonder though, and like every school growing up had somebody who's funny, right? It doesn't make you especially funny, but my friends growing up told me I was funny, and I never understood because I didn't have these like one-liner zingers, but it was more, I think they just thought it was the way I said shit or how I acted. It was never like fucking zing.
Hey guys, I shot a baby deer this morning. Whoa!
Hey now, yeah.
Hey yo!
Yeah, I know, Pike. First of all, Pike, I think you are absolutely hilarious, and I think it all comes back down to your personality and how you paint stuff up. Your delivery is very Norm Macdonald-y at times, and it's great. You know what I mean? Like it's really, really great. Like
that's probably just from listening to him, and maybe that's why I like him so much because I can relate to it or whatever. And not to compare myself to fucking Norm Macdonald, because don't do that. But
I think you're way better. But no, honestly though, I think you're very unintentionally funny, and I don't mean that as a dig at all. But that's something that comics have to have, Like sometimes I'll say shit on stage, and I'm not even trying to be funny. And I'll laugh, I just laugh because I'm a dumb fat comic or whatever. So I think there's like things about you that are funny that'll help you too. That
Yeah. How do you get past the whole like in your head? Okay, you've seen stand-up comics, and you think that I got to present it this way. This is how I need to act because that's what they're doing. Meanwhile, like you're forgetting what people think is funny about you. Yeah, it's hard. It's like hard to go up there and go, all right, just be yourself. And maybe I think it's funny.
No, you just got to make them laugh. I mean, honestly, once you get your first laugh, all of a sudden you're like, fuck yeah, I'm George Carlin. Like my first night on stage, I told one joke and they started laughing and I was like, all right, guys, I guess I'll take my payment after the show. All of a sudden I thought I was a fucking Dave Chappelle and shit. You get this like these juices going where you can't sleep for like 3 days every time you get a laugh. So I think you'd be fine. I think both you guys would do well in different ways.
Well,
thanks.
Thanks. Well, I'll let you know how it goes when I bomb every time, every joke, for as long as I'm ever trying it.
That's awesome. I want this on tape.
Yeah, dude, I'll record it. Pizza says
That's
Greg
awesome.
is a fucking awesome comedian. There you go. Thank you,
There you
Pizza.
go. Thanks, Pizza.
There you have it. All right, we're moving right along. We're on question.
Think so. That's all right.
We're going on question number 5. Question number 5 is from Jake. Oh, wait, hold on. Jake _day _los _muertos. Jake de
Is
los
that
Muertos.
dead?
Yeah.
Jake of the dead?
Jake of the dead. So you got, would you rather tattoo your face onto Trump's breast or Trump's face onto yours?
Oh, that's an easy one.
Yeah, Trump can tattoo my
Tattoo that
face
bitch
on.
up. Yeah.
Why would I be the one getting the tattoo? Like, are you kidding me?
Exactly. What?
Have fun, Trump.
No way.
Wear this guy for the rest of your life. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
how often is Trump shirtless? I mean, I would hope not very, but
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if his wife's seen it. I feel like that's pretty private shit there. But he's got to look at it, and that would be satisfying.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he unbuttons slowly. Fucking Pike. Yeah, god damn it. It's this photo of Pike tattooed onto his chest. That'd be the best thing. This Pike, a little toothless Pike photo.
Yeah.
That one tooth
dude,
is
what
just
about
his nipple.
What if he did it like the Rare Earth cover?
Yeah. Show the rare earth photo.
I gotta
of
show.
Pike.
I gotta show Pike this. I gotta
what is
show
this
Pike
now?
this. There's a band that sings a song called "Celebrate," and there's a guy in the band I thought looked very similar to you. All right, here we go. Here's the very picture. Can you tell which one I think is Pike?
Move it on. I can't see it.
This guy right there in the middle. Oh, right there in the middle
Oh,
with the longer hair.
Yeah, you're like right next to
longer hair.
Leonardo DiCaprio and then Pike.
Yeah,
Next to the mustache dude.
Josh Brolin, Leonardo DiCaprio, then Pike.
Yeah, no, Pike, you're this guy
Excellent.
right here.
Oh.
No, not the
Yeah,
bearded guy.
I,
All right, whatever.
I think Sparks showed me that after you had said that. So,
Yeah, I go.
dude, there's more. Like I said, when people say, "Hey, I saw somebody who looks like you," like my heart sinks because they're gonna show me like.
No, I know. Well, I get
you
that
know.
too. You imagine me. They're like, "Hey, Greg,
yeah,
I saw a
right.
guy looks just like you." They show me a picture. It's a garbage truck. I'm like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah, so I welcome that pick. I don't know that guy. Looks like
that's
a
a
normal
good-looking
human
guy,
being,
though,
so that's
that guy.
good enough for me.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah,
good. And he's rich.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
Well, is it better because every white guy besides you two apparently looks like me, according to everyone? I'm like every single
Oh,
person.
There's a couple memes though that look the one in the bed, bro. I thought it was you for like 2 days, and then I figured out I was like, wait, maybe that's not Spark.
Let me see.
But it looks just like a. There's this guy laying in a bed next to his wife, and like there's always like this thought bubble over his head or whatever, and people put stupid things in there for a meme.
Oh,
This guy
was
looks
he the
just
one that
like
like?
Sparks.
Here, I got it.
I know what the
I'll
one you're
bring
talking about. I guarantee it. Yeah. Where she thinks he's thinking about something, but he's thinking about something else.
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Calm down, both of you. Sons of bitches. It's not me. Here, let me bring it up here. I hate the new Google image, dude. They like ruined it.
Yeah, there's nothing on there anymore, man.
Awful.
Bullshit.
It was like the best.
There it
thing.
is.
That
There
guy
it is.
does not
That's the
look
one.
like me.
That's
It looks just like you, dude.
dude. I get that. Yeah, for sure. You. Yeah. Because she thinks he's thinking about chicks, and he's really, the thought bubble says.
Yeah, it's like baseball or something
Something-
dumb.
Yeah. How many Cheerios?
Oh man,
Yeah.
I have thought of that before. Looking at that picture.
You've thought of that
That's
with me
so
before?
funny.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's
Dude,
why I
it's
knew
really
what he was
close,
talking about.
bro.
I've seen
like
it.
it's really close. Yeah.
Doesn't look like me. I hate both of you. You guys are the worst. No, dude, that's not me. And now people like send me like magazine photos and stuff. They're like, oh, there's
That's
like
funny.
there's some Instagram ad running right now. People keep messaging me. Is this you? It's like, some guy in a plaid shirt, like sign up here or whatever. I'm like, it's not me. That's not me. Yeah.
It's awesome.
I used to, growing up, I got Ralphie from the Christmas Story. Like, to the T.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Remember this
Yeah, he
guy?
kind of has the Peaky Blinders haircut too, the Ralphie from the Christmas Story.
It's not me. Dude, people would stop me on the street when I was with my mom in the store and stuff. They're like, were you in the Christmas Story? I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Yeah. 'cause
Dude, I
had
knew this guy's
glasses.
mom looks just like Sid Farkas.
Who?
This guy's mom, I know, looks just like Sid Farkas. I want to show you guys, but I don't want him to get upset. I don't want to know who that is.
Who's
but-
Sid Farkas?
Oh, the bully from A Christmas Story.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that guy. His mom looks like him. Oh no.
Dude, like it is fucking. I had to do a double. I couldn't. Even if they told me it wasn't him, I didn't believe him and shit. I was like, "Are you kidding right now?"
okay, hold on. I'm bringing up Sid Farkas and Ralphie. That's so funny, dude. That kid was so hideous. All right, so real quick, here's me when I was about between the ages of 9 and 14. I looked exactly like this.
Wow, it does look like you.
I had the glasses exactly like those,
Dude, that is so funny. And
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders haircut.
and the old Peaky Blinders. The old Peaky
Oi,
Blinders.
oi. Dude, I spent a whole break the other day making fun of you doing that. Oi, Spark with Peaky Blinders. Oi. I was like, dude, Sparks used to make me watch this shit all the time. Oh, the whole show. That's subtitles for fucking English, bro. It's like, when they punch each other. It's like, oh, cool. Cool show.
I love Peaky Blinders. I love that show. Here's Sid Farkas.
Dude, I wish I could find this picture of this guy's mom, bro. I'll show it to you right now.
Don't blow up
All
this
right.
guy's mom. That's
Dude.
awful.
I'm telling you, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, man.
Okay,
Like,
we understand what his mom looks like.
Oh no.
Oh,
brutal.
brutal. Greg is really good at telling us, like saying who people look like.
Oh, that's my favorite bit we ever did was the doppelganger bit, man. We lost like 50 followers, but it was worth it.
Yeah,
I fucking
so funny. We were like,
you had people send pictures and you tell them who they look like, or
yeah,
what?
exactly, dude. It was
Yeah.
the best bit
That's
ever,
funny.
man. That was my
Yeah.
favorite thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
That was the funnest morning of all ever.
we just kept having people send in pictures of themselves,
Yeah.
and then we'd say who they look like, and it was, yeah.
And I don't know what
They
they
did
thought
not
was going to
appreciate
happen,
it.
but a lot of them got mad. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think? Oh, everyone can't look like Brad Pitt. I'm sorry. That's why
I
Brad
know.
Pitt is Brad Pitt. You,
I hit this one chick with Sandy Koufax and she blocked me.
That's funny.
yeah. This is the photo. This is. Hold on, I'll bring up the photo. Greg goes, here's what you look like. Sandy Koufax. My God.
It's the one where he's
There it
making his
is.
upper lip. Yeah, there it is.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Too funny,
That was
man.
fun.
Yeah. So that was a good day. That was a good day on air. So we all had
It
fun.
really was.
Oh man. Well, there you go. That's it, man. That's the 5 on Friday. Those are our 5 questions. We end with
Wow, that was
Sandy
fast.
Koufax. I know, absolutely. It was an absolute blast. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate. Pizza wants to weigh in. Pizza says that he always gets Matthew Lillard for some reason, and I can see that. Pizza.
I don't know who that is.
Let me pull up.
I gotta
I'll
Google
pull up
all these people. What?
here. I'll pull up.
I
yeah.
know.
Matthew Lillard is an actor. He was up in the Without a Paddle, that movie. Oh, he's also he's fucking Shaggy from the live action Scooby Doo. I forgot.
That makes sense.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
Pizza is definitely, and we got a photo of Pizza too. So here is, let me find Pizza. Here's Pizza. All right. And then here is Matthew Lillard.
Yeah. Maybe if you smoked
Alright.
Matthew Lillard through a Brillo pad, he would look like pizza.
I can see it. Yeah, I can absolutely see it.
No, I totally see it. I see it for sure. And especially that second one beneath. There's that one that you can go to, you know,
This one?
oh, that one looks like him too. Yeah, not that one, but there was whatever. But yeah, I can see it for sure. 100%.
Yeah. And you know what?
Yeah.
Pizza, your personality is very Matthew Lillard from Shaggy Scooby Doo's.
It is.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could totally see that. All right, well, there you go. Make sure you're following Greg on all social media. All right, he's a wonderful man. You can follow him is at Greg Salerno. Make sure you go and you
Fist
check
bump.
him out. Exactly, more fist bumping. Exactly. You got Pike at Pike Taylor Radio on all social media. Give him an old follow. I am at Sparks Radio on all social media. So give me a follow if you can. And I'll tell you this right now, last day to send in your smiling selfies for Project Mayhem, the kickoff, the one that we're buying. And then, of course, if you jump on the Patreon, you can help finance the next one that we're doing. Project
Mayhem.
Might have to turn that down. That's pretty loud. But we'll appreciate your smiling selfies. And then Monday, I'm going to put it up on Instagram, and that's when the voting will commence. Who do you think should get up on the billboard with their smiling selfie? So send it in now. DM it to either Pike or myself. Okay? At Pike Taylor Radio or at Sparks Radio. That sounds like a plan. Do me a favor while you're at it. If you're sitting here watching, hit the subscribe button. I know it's probably fucking wallpaper by now hearing me talk about that, but it seriously does help out the show. So thank you so much. Thumbs up, likes, bells, and all yada, yada, yada. My thanks to Greg, Salerno, and Pike Taylor for being here. You guys are just amazing human beings. We got to start throwing up some bonus stuff up on the Patreon, gentlemen. Do you guys want to answer a couple more questions? We'll record it. We'll put it up on the Patreon. Are you guys available for 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
You know what?
Yes.
Let's fucking do it.
Hot diggity doodar. Let's do it. Sounds like a plan. So if you're on there and you're a special committee member on the Patreon, then you're going to get some extra 5 on Friday. We're going to be doing that coming on up here. So we'll see you over there. Patreon.com/SparksRadio. Until then,
Clothing
goodbye.
optional.
Over, motherfuckers. Now get out of here.